McCann here for Seconds Up, recipient of the Phil Lundgren Award, Frank Warren. Frank, a humble speech you gave there, thanking everyone from the top to the bottom of the sport. Just how do you feel receiving the award?
I was quite humbled and delighted to get it, and that's what our sport's all about. You know, it's not about what's at the top; it's the foundations, which is the bottom, which starting from the trainers, the managers, and most importantly the boxers. And to get the award, I'm obviously delighted, and it's great to get some recognition. So I can't complain about that.
Good Naz there by the side of you, cheerleading, giving you a couple of diggers as well.
I mean, he was a cheerleader, and everything else he was doing, PR man, the whole bit. But Naz and I had a great journey together for a long time in the sport, and we reconnected over the years. And his son Adam's with us, and his wife Alicia was here again this afternoon, and it's great. They're a great family, and I'm really pleased.
Rewind to the week. Also, you had your Deborah occasion as well, to raising money for a brilliant cause. What can you say that came out from that event?
What from the Deborah show? From Deborah was that we raised a lot of money. We raised the awareness of the plight of the children who are born with this terrible genetic condition, and their families who have to deal with it on a daily basis, as well as their children. And it's just awful. I mean, you go online, and I'll get some footage to you. Just let your viewers see it for themselves. It's just awful. And helping by it's our 20th anniversary of doing the show. We've raised a lot of money for them, and that money's been really put to good use for research. They've researched into drugs that are used for other conditions to see if they would work on EB, and some of them have had quite good results, and hopefully it will get better. And the nursing and providing holidays for the families, and some respite. And for me, it's just it's a privilege and a pleasure to be able to help them.
Turn attention to last night, Eubank Jr versus Benn, the rematch. Did you see it? What did you think of the fight?
I thought it was a pretty average fight. I thought Conor obviously learned from the last fight. He showed a lot of discipline, a lot of composure, and did what he had to do. I found it very difficult to give Junior anything in the fight. And the last round, he got caught a couple of times. Shots hit him on the top of the head and disorientated him. But Conor did well. Conor did what you do from a fight. You learn, but it wasn't a great spectacle to watch.
Do you have an appetite to see the third fight because it's 1-1?
Say again?
Do you have an appetite to see the third fight because it's 1-1?
I want to see one of them, or not one of them. So I think I don't know where Chris Eubank Jr goes now. He's 36 years of age. There's a lot of talk over the years about what he would do, and he just hasn't done it. When it comes to it, he hasn't done it. So Conor's the guy that's come through, and if he stays at that weight, fight Hamza Shiraz, find out who's the best guy in Essex.
Do you think Chris does continue in the sport?
I go, no, it's up to him. He just, to me, looks like not looks like, he's 36 years of age. If you haven't done it by the time you're 36, you ain't going to be winning titles. We're looking. I mean, you only got to look at the division. Look at the guys in there. He's not up there with them at all. And Conor, I don't know if he can get back down again, but if he gets back down again in weight, that'd probably suit him better.
Are you surprised that Conor nearly knocked out Chris?
No, because he just seemed like he was tiring, especially towards the end. You look at the first fight, I thought Conor started off really well, and he faded towards the end. What he didn't allow Chris Jr to do this time, Chris Eubank Jr to do this time, was to get into the fight. I mean, as I say, I found it very difficult to give him any rounds.
Moses Atama, he picks up the Young Fighter of the Year award at the Southern Area Awards. He's on the way to the moon, as he said in his little speech there. But he's also got a fight with Jermaine Franklin. We were just saying that
it's a good
fight.
It's a very good test for him on the 24th of January in Manchester. Great card, the Magnificent Seven. It's a very tough fight for him, but this is where we'll see what he's all about. And as I say, he's 21 on the 28th of December. So can he become the youngest ever heavyweight champion youngest champion to come to the country, which was Naz? It's quite, he was here this afternoon. Can he beat that record? We will see. But he's a phenomenal talent. He's done everything that's asked of him, and I genuinely do believe that he has a great chance of becoming one of the greats of boxing.
A couple of snapshots from you, first of all. Turkey Al-Sheikh said the big fight we've been looking for next year is teasing it in September, that being Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. What can you tell us, Frank?
Well, it's provided Tyson's happy with the money, the fight will happen. Simple as that.
So Tyson's up for the fight with Anthony Joshua?
He's up to fight. Well, the last time I spoke with him, he'll fight. It's all about the money. If the terms are right, he'll fight. If they're not, he won't.
Last time Tyson's attention was on the fight was on Alexander Usyk, so he's happy to put that to the side for now.
I'm not saying that at all. Alexander, look, he's in a very good position too. He's got to decide what he wants to do. Alexander wants big money fights. A big money fight would be Tyson. Does he want to fight Tyson again? I don't know. But Tyson, if he chooses to come back and fight, he'll do it on his terms and nobody else's.
If I was to try and pin you down, which is going to be tough, do you think the fight happens next year?
I hope it does. I hope it does, because I really, I want to be proven right that Tyson always had the beating of AJ.
What do you think about Anthony Joshua moving to Alexander Usyk's coach?
Well, he's jumped around and he's gone to a few coaches, and who knows? His coaches. Alex's coach is a very, very good trainer. So is Ben Davison. But that maybe make it easier to make AJ against Moses. No conflict now.
But the other side part of it is that we might be getting also Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul before the close of this year, Frank. Have you heard anything about that fight actually happening? What do you think of it?
He's going to fight, and whatever he's going to do, he's going to do. But the one that everybody's looking for is the big fight.
No, I know that, but this fight with Jake Paul is apparently not an exhibition; it's an actual fight.
I'm not saying it is an exhibition. It will be. You got to take your hat off to Jake Paul, because he's taken some criticism, which I think some of it's been unfair. Because I don't look at Jake Paul. Jake Paul's background is coming from being a social media star with big following, but he has become a boxer. He does train as a fighter. He's done all that. And there's some complaints about his opponents. He's had no amateur experience. He's gone in the deep end. He's done what he's got to do. Fighting AJ going as a big favourite, no doubt about it. He's a gold medalist from the Olympic Games. He's got got a wealth of experience. But you got to. If it does happen, I'll take my hat off to for the fight to happen. I really do feel you've got to give Jake some serious credit for that. If it happens, if it does, it does, and be interesting. But if he got beat by Jake Paul caught him. If he knocks him over, God, that's end of legacy.
Is it competitive?
Any legacy.
Is it competitive?
I can only look at his last fight. Look, as I say, he's a big favourite. His last fight, Daniel Dubois. How many times did he put him on the floor? 5 or 6 times?
And it would have been, like you said, because the American media feel like Anthony Joshua or Jake Paul could land a big shot. He has the power, and two,
I generally do feel whoever AJ fights, if somebody catches him, I think he'll have a problem.
Including Jake Paul?
If he catches him. But you look at the size. He's not a natural heavyweight, is he? But he's up there. I don't know. And let me tell you something. It's for once. It's not you're talking about some 58-year-old guy fighting him or some novice fighting him. You're talking about him stepping up. If it happens, you've got to take your hat off to Jake Paul for doing it. Not AJ, because if I was AJ and his team and I'm looking at what's on the table and the money, I'd jump at it. But I'm looking at Jake, and if he does take the fight, you obviously you have to think to yourself, he's willing to put it all on the line.
Very lastly, 2 updates on 2 heavyweights, Daniel Dubois and Derek Chisora. What can you say?
Daniel will be announcing, I hope, something for him in the next couple of weeks, and it'll be a big fight. He's not coming back with anything, so it'll be a big fight. He fights somebody in the top 10. Derek, we thought we had the fight done. We was about to announce it with him. 2 fights with him. I spoke to him this afternoon. I'm seeing him next week, and we'll sit down and talk to him and make a decision. But he's got to fight somebody. No gimmicks. He's number 1. He's number 1 ranked in one of the organisations, and he's got to step up and fight. Simple as that.
Just like you said in your bio, however many years in the sport, you're just getting started, Frank.
I'm always excited. I'm excited by the people. You look at the excitement in that room today. You know, you look at look at all the old guys, the old champions. I look at from whether it be world, European, Commonwealth, British, Southern era, whatever they are. I look at all of them and think how well they've all done. And I'll also look at the guys, being the stalwarts of the boxing. Who've been some occasions called journeymen, whatever you want to call them. But guys are in there who day in, day out are in boxing. The trainers, the managers. It's magnificent what they're all doing. When we all come together, there's no sport like boxing. At its best, there's no sport like boxing.
Frank, pleasure. Congratulations once again.